that's better.
Oh man.
We got a pack now. Surely, I reckon that's a good way of doing it.
Yeah, but you never mention it to anyone. You just assume that they know what's going on.
I think I do that all the time. Do I do that often?
Bro. That's the.
Oh shit, man! I'm sorry. Is it okay? I think that's what we did too on Wednesday. We didn't say anything. We just did shit.
No.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're on a next episode with Scully. What's up, man? Scully, you're you're the leader of the Krump scene.
One of the leaders.
In Perth? One of the leaders?
Yeah.
Oh.
Let them know.
Let us know.
Well, there's pretty much me and Shakes and Tragic. If you know Tragic? Yeah.
I actually don't know Tragic.
He was one of the guys from the battle in YMCA. So.
He's the guy, did he have a grey vest, that guy?
No, that's JJ. There's another guy, another Maori guy.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah. We really wanted to have a Krumper on. That's why we were like, because we wanted to understand how the system works. Because we know you guys have like a rankage, right? In Krump, is there?
Yeah, they're sort of like that. There's the OGs, there's the veterans, there's the heavy hitters, and then there's the new generation of Krump.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess the OGs are the pioneers, and they help build the movement. Ian Hood, he was one of the OGs of
He's one of the OGs
Perth.
for sure.
I say Tragic is originator here as well, and
so what does that make you?
I'm kind of a heavy hitter. I've been around in Krump 6 years now, so yeah, I'm still fresh to the movement. And now we've got like people coming in, so many new people. It's like close to 20 new gen. So
20
that's brilliant, man.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I don't know what's going on in the Krump scene, and I don't know who many people are. I only know you and Peter, Shakes, and that's it, just those three guys. I didn't even know that Tragic was in that battle.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I didn't know. So to be battling the dude who was part of this like starting foundation of Krump and Perth. Damn.
Yeah. But
what crew is he from, Tragic? Because are you all from different crews, or go on.
Well, all part of the City of Perth Krump movement. Yep. So we're not really a crew, just a movement. We're trying to push Krump out there, spread Krump pretty much, and Tragic. He originally came from New Zealand. He came here in 2012, I think.
Yeah.
And he's been Krumping since 2009, I'm pretty sure. So he's been at it for a while.
So there's a decent scene in New Zealand as well?
Oh yeah, it's massive.
Can you elaborate on how Krump movement started? Because we actually don't know anything about it really.
Okay.
I do understand that there's a type of vibe build up, right? There's a build up of energy when you're actually doing the dance. Is that right?
Well,
could you explain it to us? Like, I'm really curious.
Like, what do you mean, the build up in?
Well, how did the whole movement of the dance start, right? And like, what was the meaning behind the dance? Because you guys are on like some other level that we're trying to understand. Like how you guys are talking to each other and through your dance and stuff. There's a type of communication that you guys understand with each other. You guys got your own language.
Yeah. Well, we invite people to the session like to get the basics down and stuff like that. But then if they stay on, like myself, I started out just. I started out just learning basics just for myself, just to better myself, I guess. Yeah. Just to better my other styles of dance before I really got into Krump. It just led from there to being like getting to the Hood fam, which is I was pretty much, which we call is a cage. which is like an initiation.
I've heard about that.
It's pretty much you go round for round, going against the whole everyone in the session, and that was a hectic night for me. So.
Yeah, bro. Tell us what it was like, man. Where was it?
That happened at SciTech. Yeah, sessions.
I heard a lot about that session.
Is that where you guys have a local session as well? Like you have that weekly?
We had that for a while. Then we kind of just moved away from there to YMCA now, and then we had the Coburn sessions with Shakes. He runs that one.
Okay, cool. So there is more sessions, but could you? Okay, sorry, I was interrupting, but I do want to know how that happened when you guys were in the cage. I just wanted to know if that was SciTech was your main place where you guys.
Yeah, that was the first place I went to the sessions. I think it was Zilla. Andrew Jordan.
I do know Zilla.
He's the one to introduce me to Krump. He told me about the sessions and pretty much that.
Yeah.
Bro.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were going
so the cage, right? That's like an initiation. So when if the person who called the cage thinks he's gone the distance. If he's the person who would organize it for me to get into his fam, and he thinks I've gone the distance and I'm in like that. So I went he danced for 4 hours that night.
Oh, damn!
That night there was like a 7 to smoke. I battled one of his fam for 7 rounds, and then I battled the whole session, everyone there, and I was at the end of the night I was in tears, bro.
That must mean a lot.
Yeah.
You guys, how big's your session? Because you guys are really tight too, right?
Yeah, that night it was only 10 of us there that night. Yeah, it was pretty small session.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, it must have been insane.
Because by going the distance, you guys have built some kind of relationship together and building together, right? You have with your family.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of emotion whirling around, and in that cage, I couldn't imagine. Because you guys are you're creating this huge thing of energy, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's like a tumble dryer. It's just creating heat, man. There's shit going on in that circle.
Yeah.
So can you also elaborate on when you guys are crumping, you guys are all around each other, right?
Yeah.
And there's what's happening right there, because there's something you guys are communicating, and there's a build up of energy, and then it looks like you're releasing it and you're telling your stories as well.
Yeah. Well, Krump is pretty much. It comes from an unfiltered, just raw emotion you're putting out there, you're expressing, and it's just whether you're angry or stressed or even happy, you're just putting it out there. It may look angry all the time, but inside we're feeling some sort of way, and if you putting some sort of feeling, we can feel what you're feeling, we'll give you hype, we'll tell you how we feel towards what you're putting out there, it's when we're in a session, it's like a celebration, we're all screaming our heads off, we're trying to push that person dancing to the next level, so they push themselves to go as hard as they can, and it's nuts.
That sounds really powerful, man. We don't really have that in breaking, would you say? You're talking about we have our crews, and we push each other too, but that sounds like there's a lot of emotion whirling around in there.
Oh yeah.
It sounds like something on a meditation level.
Almost. I guess where Krump originated from, it was first created from a place it was created in LA, US. It came from a place of oppression, and all those African Americans, what they're going through, they pretty much wanted to escape and get away from that, that I guess oppression. And in doing so, they made Krump, and it was a way to get away from all the gang violence and all the police brutality and all that, which is a real sensitive subject these days.
Yeah, much like breaking and all of hip hop, how people just wanted to get away from all that violence, so they resorted to the other outlets like dancing and graffiti and music and singing and stuff. So how did the music and all that start as well evolve in Krumping?
Well,
like, do you know much about that?
Like specific Krump music? Krump music was made by Krumpers. It was, well, I'm pretty sure it's always been Krumpers, yeah.
So the origins of Krump music actually came from hip hop music of that era, of the early 2000s?
Yeah, even whatever was popular at the time.
Yeah.
It was not only hip hop, but even rock music as well, even punk rock. Mainly,
right.
like I heard like a Krump remix of the Evanescence song "Bring Me to Life,"
Really?
and it was, that's something I'll get off to like back in the day, but not anymore. So, but it's evolved so much since then. It's crazy. Yeah.
So you're talking like Busta Rhymes, like real.
Yeah, Busta Rhymes is huge, like in Krump tracks. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And there's a lot of so then a lot of Krumpers have taken the music into their own hands, which is pretty dope.
Yeah, there's quite a few. I think it's only one Krump track maker in Australia, he's pretty dope. He lives in the Gold Coast, I think.
Gold Coast.
Yeah.
For sure.
What's the scene like in the rest of Australia?
It's really tight. Everyone knows everyone, I guess, sort of. Yeah, because we have like Krump events and people make the effort to fly out to them and we all just hang out pretty much. We all dance and we get to know each other after as well.
But you have rankings in your local area, so you also got like interstate rankings as well? Is that a thing? And international?
Internationally, it's like Hood, for example. He is an OG in Perth, but he's a veteran in Oz Krump as a whole.
Yeah. Oh.
But in the world, he's a heavy hitter. So he's lower. The bigger the area, the lower he goes on the rank.
Yeah,
because the scene is so huge. The Krump scene worldwide, it's like, I don't know, maybe in the tens of thousands, maybe more. Yeah.
What other countries are more, like really popular with Krumping, or is it just everywhere it's scattered?
I think the biggest population of Krumpers is Russia at the moment.
Yeah, Russia.
I think
those guys are crazy.
Yeah, they're nuts. India is quite big because of there's quite a lot of them.
India.
Yeah.
Oh, India's on the come up. I've heard a lot about the Indians.
Yeah. South Korea too. They're huge. Japan.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know
the movement's huge out there.
Yeah.
Have you been to any interstate jams? International jams?
International. Last year I was in Singapore. Yeah, last year.
Yeah, I saw that battle.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that you went there. Hey, it was just really random. It popped up on my timeline.
Yeah.
On my YouTube subscription from RP Productions.
Yeah.
I saw Scully, and I was like, what is so random?
Yeah.
What was he doing there? So how was it?
How'd you go there?
Yeah, I was the only Australian out there, so it was just kind of like a split decision. I just wanted to put myself out there, and plus one of my favorite Krumpers from the US, Bruiser, he goes by Bruiser. He was there to teach and judge the battles as well, and
Oh, that's cool. So you just decided to go on a whim, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, no one else was really going from here, so I was like, why not?
Dude,
that's
how you grow, man.
But that's respectful though, man, because like not a lot of people are willing to do that. Not a lot of people are willing to go to jams by themselves.
Yeah.
All that competition by themselves.
Especially international.
Yeah. So that's big ups, man.
So how does the actual battles work? Because when we had a call-out battle on Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
And like that's something I do want to elaborate, because there was a misunderstanding, right? So like, how do you guys actually battle each other and decide like who wins?
Yeah, so, well...
And because you guys are also allowed to touch each other?
Yeah.
And pull each other, like, can you...
But that's not like frowned upon anything, we allow it, yeah, so, yeah. When we battle, it's kind of like, it's you or them, it's all or nothing, so you want to win, so you put everything you know right on that floor, and whether it's like you have to like get into that person's face and like go nose to nose with them, you might go there if it's that intense. But no, we will take like we will use that person to like, I don't know, just use their body to play around in that round, like pretty much use that to our advantage. And
so how did that become normalized? Is that just so it's obviously something that people have done over time, and you guys do that also within your own crew at session, like you guys will play on it with, like, say the three of us are sessioning, and you're in doing your round, you will also play with our own bodies in your round. Is that something you would do?
Even the spectators, they'll if they're feeling what you're doing, they'll be like watching you, and then they'll put out an arm. Maybe that person dancing will use that limb and pretty much play off that and use it to direct it at their opponent, and be like, we think that's crazy, like that's all freestyle, like it's on the spot. This guy's decided to put his arm out and you've played off it, and then you've taken it to the next level, and it's like everyone's screaming their heads off at that point.
Doing crazy shit.
It's all off the top of the head, pretty much. We feel what you're feeling, and then we want to be a part of that. So we, try to help each other out, pretty much.
Just to create something, just those spontaneous moments when you're just trying to create something different, something, and you start using other people's body parts, whatever you can, whatever kind of instruments you can use.
I saw you do that in your battle against Peter. You're playing with this stage, hey? In one of your rounds?
I guess.
Did you watch that battle again?
I didn't see it. I didn't think it was recorded. So, but I remember, I went up to him at one point, and I was pretty much crouched down, and I like climbed up him like he was like a rope or something, or a tree, and pretty much I climbed up and I built it up to the point just bang.
But do things ever get escalated? Like, so I guess it's normalized, I guess. So
in there it's normal, right? So like it's just everyone's open to the whole grab me, push me, shake me around. It's just like, even when you're battling your opponent, you can do that to your opponent. You can just do what you do. Get physical with them.
But if you do that, you might have to expect a reaction from that person.
Right.
But there's Caleb, for example, he was one who got tied up with Taiju in our battle at the end of it. His style is like, it's a beefy style. Like he will get in your face. If it gets to that point, he doesn't care. So he wants a reaction from you to like get in your head. It's a mental game battle. It's half mental. So he pretty much lost that battle when he ran up to him and grabbed him, and that was
because that's what breaking is as well to us. We're trying to intimidate our opponent. We're trying to get in their head. That's why like we throw burns and stuff. Like I know we were cutting you guys off, right? Because that's what after watching the footage, it was like, okay, you guys needed time to start releasing out all that crazy power, like
to build
energy, to build, right? And we were, as breakers, we jump in and just burn. It's like, oh, you're not in yet? We're gonna burn. Damn. That's what it was like. And it's a mental game for us as well, absolutely. Try to crack the other guy. And when we look at battles as well, it's all about the body language as well. Oh, you're going to battle this guy, you got to show your whole battle, like throughout the whole thing, it's a presentation. Like So like we show no weakness in a way of like, if you do a round and then you sit down and you're like, I'm tired, like that's like, you don't really want to show that when you're dancing, because you're like battling. It's all about outdoing your opponent.
Yeah, that's it.
In every way, it's like, I'm gassing you out, I'm going to burn you out first kind of thing.
Yeah.
But we never, the thing is in breaking, it's different with the touching thing, because usually when you touch someone, for us we find it disrespectful, but it's completely different dance. But that's why there was a misunderstanding. It's like, even if we kick each other, like he's like, oh, you stood on my shoe, man, like you got no control, like you messed up, you're whack, you know, you stood on my clothes, bro, like that's how we see it. So then there was a missing understanding. So we had this battle, right, and it was just a misunderstanding, because we didn't understand the whole touching thing, and then it felt like it was escalating, because like if someone touches me, I'm going to retaliate, and I did retaliate, and I was being rude. I apologize for cutting you guys off. I made a fool of myself, but like that's how it happens, and this is why it's good to like have these things happening. So we're like, okay, so we know there's a little situation going on. How are we going to resolve this from happening again? So it was actually fun. I had a lot of fun, man. Like the energy was hype, bro. How hype was it? I love that shit. I was like, I want to battle again.
We have to do that again, right?
We have to.
Because we did not
set
finish.
Another battle up. We should battle again, but like actually lay out some rules, right? Like, because we one of our mates was like, oh yeah, maybe they could touch us, but like we didn't understand at that point. That's why we retaliated, like the whole roughness. But if there were like certain things that didn't work for you guys, like I'm happy to try and make it work, so everyone, you know, because I'm really, what's happening in YMCA is wicked.
Yeah,
you got you guys, you Krumpers are in the courtyard. You're like the concrete wolves. You're like, you don't need shit, man. You're out there. Yeah, and then you got the freestyle dancers, and then you got the b-boys, and like there's a community growing, man, within the street dance, and we all want to keep growing this. It's really cool. And I represented very poorly, but
it's all
I'm wicked to do it again, man.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
Yeah. So if you were, because all styles is so different, right? Like when you battle in an all styles battle versus a crumping battle, do you have to prepare differently? Do you feel like you're limited to do these things, or you don't consider that at all?
With the limits, I guess, time limits, we like to take our time in Krump, our battles especially, and our rounds are really stretched out. You can dance for like 5 minutes straight, and that's one round, pretty much. Yeah, so we build from the bottom and just explode at the end. By the end of the round, so. And
that's what you were doing when you were battling us as well, because that's why we just kept cutting you guys off. And we just kept jumping in. But because it's a different. Our rounds like go for like 30 seconds, 40, 45 to a minute at max, man. Max minute.
I wanted to say that I actually feel like touching. I know Isaac touched on the idea that there was a misunderstanding. That touching in Krump is normalized, whereas I feel like in other styles isn't. And from what I know, a lot of people actually understand and realize that, hey, touching is actually allowed in Krump, but touching isn't allowed in perhaps the style that I do. So I think a question that maybe some people are interested in is, where should the line be drawn, or does the line need to be drawn in the first place? Example, like, is that something that you think about? Like,
well, after last night, I think we could have probably checked the physicality of the battle at, probably say keep the touching and shoving and shoulder grabbing to a minimum. But I think we did go overboard with it, but not really at the same time.
I understand that, hey, but so if you're battling like a popper, say, like, would you still touch them? And and if so, what's the limit of contact?
Well, if for me personally, I don't like to touch. Like, I'll maybe do a little pinch,
Yeah.
like I'll pull up your pinch your shirt and then I don't know, play, like pretend to throw something at your face and get you to react. But yeah, that's about it for me. But some others just don't care. They'll get a fistful of your shirt and just
yank you.
And yeah, I think.
Do you ever
maybe
get a reaction out of any, like the opposite dancer, the opposite style? Do you ever get like any other reactions before in the past?
It's not me personally, but I've seen, what is it? I think mainly, you know, Big Will. He's the freestyler. He likes to talk a lot of crap on the sideline when you're battling him. He'll be like, pointing out everything like you're doing, like it's whack or whatever. And then if you touch him, he'll be like arms up in the air. What's this? And that's pretty much the worst of it in Perth, I guess, so far. Besides, you know, Wednesday night. But yeah, I think there's this one Krumper in, I think he's from the Ukraine, or he goes by a whip head, and I see his Crump battles, if you like kick him, I've seen him get pushed kick, like, and he reacted. He'll run up to you, but he won't touch you. He's trying to get in your head, like to make you stop dancing in the middle of your round. So he'll be like,
really,
to like, I guess, make you stop dancing. Like what are you doing this for? Like just to like.
And then, what kind of things is he doing exactly? He's just getting in your face.
He gets in your face.
Like this?
Yeah, pretty much. I think one time he battled this guy from Spain, and he ran up to him and he's like, "What's going on? I didn't do anything wrong. It's just Crump, man. It's just Crump." And he's still dancing like this, and he's not paying attention, and he just looks so whack. He got in his head so bad, and he lost that round.
So just to clarify, the guy from Spain battles the guy from Ukraine.
Yeah.
The guy from Spain does like a burn.
He kicked Whiphead from Ukraine, and he pushed him with his foot, like pushed him back. And
dude, really? Like, where did the kick happen, in the chest or like?
Yeah,
it was like in the chest. He felt, he got pushed back a bit,
bro.
And then that's Crump. That happens in Crump. People are like, forcing you to the floor, and that happens, bro. Like you're on the floor and you don't know what to do. You're just laying there and you're just taking jabs and arm swings to the face. Like it's nuts. That happens in Crump.
That's literally cage fight.
It's Crump fight.
So the Spanish dude comes up, does a push, and this Ukrainian guy
gets in his face,
and the Spanish guy's like,
he's like, I didn't do anything wrong. It's just Crump, and I didn't mean anything by it. And he's dancing like this, like talking to him at the same time.
Just letting me do that, man. I'm on So do the judges or does anyone say anything about this? Is this a conversation that occurs frequently, like touching, punching, kicking each other? In Crump? Like what do the others say about this? Is it something that goes on a lot?
Not, what do you mean?
In conversation. Like any political kind of thing.
I don't know if you remember this, like 2 years ago, Tie-Dye's one of the creators of Crump, he battled B-Boy Junior. You remember that kick, the notorious, the infamous kick? That was a battle that happened at a Crump event, and so it was Crump rules, pretty much. So
it was Crump rules.
Well,
was that stated in the battle?
I didn't think it was stated, but it was kind of like, what do you say?
It was known. Like the dude, probably knew.
He was walking into our world.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Crump event, right?
Yeah. Right. So he had to expect some sort of like physicality, but to be kicked while in a handstand, I don't know. If some people say that that's too much. You know, he went too far with it, and I thought it was crazy because he did this hat trick after when he kicked him over, and it was nuts, bro. I went crazy for it. It was,
really?
Yeah, I was like,
You obviously was dope.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Shit, that's different.
What was Tie-Dye's statement in regards to that? Did you follow up?
Well,
Because I know you said something, but I can't remember what.
yeah, he said, well, I asked him if Krump was hip hop, and he said, no, that Krump isn't hip hop. Krump is like the heavy metal of hip hop. Like, you know how they got mosh pits and stuff.
Yeah.
It's pretty much if you enter a session and you're a newbie, you're entering the mosh pit of Krump.
So if we go into your world, we should expect to get kicked.
Yeah,
like, pretty much. Like, we're gonna throw some fists at you.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't have to escalate that bad.
It doesn't have to, but
it seems
can
like when there's breakers versus Krumpers, we're both like trying to get into each other's face.
Yeah,
So it could escalate to a level of touching.
there is a possibility of physicality.
Yeah.
So
It's like they're both very. They can both be quite aggressive. Like your dance is mainly like aggressive, is it? So would you say or not?
I'd say
It just depends on that individual on how they.
Yeah, how do you describe your
my
approach? Yeah,
approach to Krump
style.
Well, my style is I picture me as a character as in a suit, tie. I call him
Really?
the gentleman. Yeah, so he's like kind of a showman.
Yeah.
He's an entertainer, and so he'll be I guess what do you say? He's more, I guess, laid back, but he'll build to the point where he wants to get in your face and
Flex on you.
It's like that movie, The Gentleman, when there's this like the English dudes and they're like 007 kind of stuff. They're always walking around in a suit, tuxedo, and they go to like they have like a tux store, whatever they call it, and then they're like spies and shit, and then they beat up people, like 20 of them in a row, like the badass.
Yeah, kind of like an assassin, sort of. Yeah.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
That's a cool thing, bro. It's fresh.
So like, if I'm about to battle Krumper, am I expecting like I battle this dude, alright, I'm gonna get touched, but then if I get touched, I also have a right to retaliate? So what happens if homeboy comes up to me, takes my shirt, yanks me and I punch him? Is that okay in Krump?
We usually don't. It doesn't lead to an actual fight, like throwing hands to the point of.
So, but can I make it theatrical? Can I make the punch a part of my dance?
Of course.
Yeah, boom, boom, boom. But I actually punch him in the environment.
You can try to fake him out with a punch, but expect a reaction.
Yeah. Oh, expect a reaction.
How do most people retaliate to a punch or a kick in Krumping, like the opponent?
Usually it's anger. They don't like it. They're being like a full force kick to the chest. Of course, you're going to get a reaction, but that's like a bad one. But it's not. It doesn't happen often. I don't think.
Yeah,
as often as it is.
There's a certain level of like, okay, you pushed it a bit, like.
I'm trying to put Krump in a good light. I'm just saying everyone's getting punched and kicked.
Sorry, man. Well, it's just because it's a great, like, I understand how it's really raw too, right?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And that's what you're trying to. That's what you're trying to do. You're just trying to let all these. You're not letting anything stop you at all. There's no like. Is there a type of foundation in Krumping?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
There is?
Yeah.
There's a stomp, right?
It's a stomp, arm swings, jabs, chest pop, and I think hips as well.
Yeah.
Hip, yeah.
And then you just elaborate from there. You just go.
Yeah, you pretty much take all that, make it your own. It's more. There's like 100 ways to do an arm swing. There's 100 ways to chest pop. Walk, even like you have a walk in Krump.
Yeah.
Like the way you present your character, like the gentleman, he's up, back straight, stands up straight, and walks around like he owns the place.
I like your concept of the gentleman too. So you don't really do any physical stuff
No.
unless you have to. But that's the thing. We seek those. Like that's why we called you out. That wasn't like planned previously, like days or anything. That was like in the moment.
Yeah.
One of the guys was like, our crew was like, "Yo, let's call out the Krumpers." Like we're getting hyped from these call outs, right? Like I love battling, man. Like I start frothing. I want to battle people. So yeah, one of the dudes in our crew was like, "Yeah, let's call the Krumpers out." So I was like, "Fuck yeah, let's do it, man." That'd be a sick battle because the energy, you know, there's gonna be some energy when the Krumpers are calling out.
Yeah.
We wanted to show our dominance as well in breaking. That's what. Yeah. We were trying to intimidate and get in your face and do all that too. Without obviously, we don't show touching. Like we'll do a story like, I know I pulled out like my sword and I was like chopping you guys and then I put it back in.
Yeah,
like,
that's sick.
That's yeah. I wouldn't. Don't normally go to like touching each other. To us, it's considered like, oh, you can't control yourself. But then you guys don't do that. You don't control yourself. You don't want to. You just want to let everything out and go crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a difficult thing to try and combine then. So if there were like have you ever thought about like if this is actually going to be like something sort of like I guess a problem, because like for us we're like, okay, we that's not something that most of us dancers do. We don't really we don't actually touch each other at all.
Yeah.
Would you say there's like some way around that, like in an all styles battle? Like now you're going into the all style world.
Yeah.
Do you guys have to? Would you consider adapting to that?
Yeah, we have to adapt. Me, personally, I like to hang back. I know there's one dance on one side, one dance on the other side. I like to stay on my side, keep my back to the wall, and try to stay away from the opponent. Talk to him from a distance, like this is Krump right here, and So if I do go up to him, I refrain from touching. That's me.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, there was a misunderstanding, so that's why I was getting pissed off too. Okay, but if we step into your world, we should expect anything. There's no rules of that. So that's fair. Like if I go into your world, like, hey, I want to battle you in your world, do it. Go for it. You can throw some jabs, and I'm not going to be like, I will understand. Like, okay, I'm in your world. This is what's going to happen. But would you say like if you go into the all style world, and like okay, then I have to adapt. But maybe it could be something we could announce as well.
Yeah, I think if we were to be more vocal about that.
Because it was essentially a street battle. It's pretty much like no rules.
You know what? I'm saying, man. Like I'm okay with that. I'm okay with street battle, no rules.
Yeah. But I think that would be something that has to be announced, and for the individuals to accept. Maybe if it's in it's not in the Krump world, right? Because most people don't do that at all. Like all other hip hop dancers, like there's never been. Usually there's actually some kind of scuffle or something if people start touching each other, or they diss each other. Like, yo, you're whack, man. Like you stood on my shoes, you touched me because you can't control your shit. Yeah. For us, but like we're going to your world, I should expect that. But man, I don't mind going into your world, to be honest, and like redoing that 5-on-5. Yeah, I'd be keen. Would you be keen?
I'm keen, man.
Sick. Go into your world, man. Your music, your style. Because I'm keen for that. I'm sure the other guys are too, because we mentioned about that too.
I don't know. That sounds kind of nefarious and dangerous. I just feel like a fight is gonna happen. Like, just straight up. This dude looks like he wants to fight. Don't deny it, man. Don't deny it. This guy is looking to scrap. Dude, this guy all the time. Oh, bro, you want to box at practice? I'm just like, dude, no.
I've never boxed anything.
What are you doing, man?
Yeah. Okay. Maybe a little bit. I'm a bit hyped.
Because I think
I love the. To me, battling is like going to war, bro. I love it. I love going to war, but there's no physicality in it. But it's like there's every other part about war for me in it.
Yeah.
The whole show.
Yeah.
Everything. Like I got my game face on kind of thing. I love that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. That'd be sick. Let's do it, man.
For sure. Yeah.
Easy.
Who was So who was on the other side? It was you, Peter,
Peter, Tragic, and JJ.
JJ
and Caleb.
Caleb is the dude with the black shirt.
Yeah, he had the do-rag on as well. Yeah, and Shakes came in a little later as well.
But you look, I know it sounded a bit negative towards Krumper. You guys are the nicest guys as well.
Outside Krump,
Caleb is a really nice guy.
We're the chillest dudes.
Yeah, beautiful. And because you guys take a lot of you have a lot of youth with you as well.
Yeah, we got a few
like,
kids.
You hang out with the parents. The parents come as well.
Yeah, they come to watch as well.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah.
So you guys trying to set good examples when the kids' parents come? You're not trying to, or do you?
What do the parents think of it too?
I mean, they love it. They actually love it.
They won't be taking their kid there.
The kids, well, they have like pretty much an outlet to, get out all that stress from school, like all the emotions that are running through their head. They can.
They're emotional motherfuckers.
Yeah. We got like, is Ethan? He's 14, 13 years old.
Yeah, that kid.
Is that young one that's killing it at the moment? I see in the competition.
That's Lil Hood.
Little Hood.
Yeah.
He's gonna be crazy.
Oh yeah, for sure. His musicality is nuts. He's just a natural, like born at anything. Anything he puts his mind to, he'll kill it. Yeah.
Dude, that's tight.
Not just Krumper.
Yeah, he's an athlete too.
Yeah.
I think he's on the cross country team as well in school, and yeah.
A good active kid.
Yeah.
Stay fit for street dancing.
Yeah, that's it. And also we got Karis. She's 10 years old. She's a small thing. Like on Monday she battled Shakes, and she went.
Oh no way!
Yeah, she went toe to toe with him. She was keeping up.
Yeah.
She ended up breaking a water bottle over him. She chucked it at him, and it exploded. And it was like, oh, it's nuts.
Oh shit!
We went crazy. I fell to the floor like, I can't believe that happened.
Damn,
she went off.
Yeah,
she went off.
And that's accepted, man. You can throw water bottles at them too.
Yeah.
Get that?
Do you keep in touch with Lil Hood, Ethan?
Yeah.
Do you see him around?
We're part of the same fam. We're both under the tutelage of Ian.
Yep.
So he's Lil Hood. I'm Baby Hood. I'm also.
Whoa! What? You're Baby Hood? Whoa! I did not know you were Baby Hood, bro. I'm gonna start calling you Baby Hood.
Call me B Hood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, where does Scully come from?
Scully's my last name. Aaron Scully.
Yeah, I know that, but that's
What do they call you by when you're dancing? Scully or
Baby Hood.
Baby Hood?
Well, there's Krump names. So I've got my personal crump name, Stoneface. So if I were to give that name out, someone will be Lil Stoneface, and that'll be under my tutelage. Yeah, I'm also.
So you're like a mentor?
I would be a mentor. Yeah, if I gave my name out, and that's fam. I think that's one of the biggest things that attracted me to Krump. Like fam is like so important to me. Like
that's your crew.
That's blood right there.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And if you're fam, you're the closest thing to me. So yeah. And
and that's
closer than your immediate fam.
Kinda.
Same level,
Same level, yeah. I mean, Ian is actually related to me.
Oh no way!
Through Krump, I found that out.
Literally?
Yeah, like I was 2 years into Krump, and I found out he's actually a cousin of mine. He's like
it's in your blood, man.
Yeah, his grandfather is the brother to my great grandma, so he's kind of like a bit.
Great grandma.
Bro, we're all family.
Yeah, we're all part of the same thing. We're all one, man. Yeah. We get that in breaking too. Our crew is like, to me, it's like my family as well. Like, we understand each other, and there's a connection that goes on with us, and I understand that. For sure, that's the beautiful thing about dance. You build that little culture and your little group and crews.
Yeah.
You feel belonged, like you have a sense of belonging to somewhere.
Yeah, that's
as well.
Man, that's crazy. You guys seem very self-sufficient though. It sounds like Krump is like his whole scene. But I always thought Krump was mad tiny. I always thought the Krump scene was tiny as hell.
Yeah,
That's not the case?
It's about 25 Krumpers, but some are non-active right now, but they're still in there. We talk to them on the regular, but it's trying to get those new gen into the battle scene, because
there you go.
Are there many Krump battles in Perth?
like battle events,
Yeah.
there's Pass the Buck is one that started about 2 years ago. It's mainly for the new gen, so we get them into a pretty much a tournament setting, and it's a one-on-one Krump battle, and there's a main event in Melbourne where we fly out the winner there, the winner that wins here. So we do that. We've been doing that for 2 years now, and
For the youth?
for the new Krumpers, pretty much.
So now that Ian is gone, does that mean you have started to become more involved in throwing events?
I didn't think it would happen like so soon, like after he left. I think it would, because he left and then I ended up hosting Pass the Buck, which he did the first year, and it was my first event I hosted, and I ended up doing all the music. I was on the mic, and
Well, so now that Ian is gone, you have to step up, but it happened much sooner than you thought. So pass the buck.
I ended up hosting that. I ended up also doing the music as well. And pretty much all I organized that whole thing for that year.
Straight up.
And
You said it was the first time you organised an event as well.
it was.
What was it like, man?
It was full on, but exciting at the same time. But I think event planning for dancers, like I think that's what I want to get into, like host events.
That's right,
I think more than anything, I haven't really taught class or anything, so I thought maybe that would be my thing for the Perth scene. I can do all style events even. I'm so down to do all that.
That's tight, man. Like a lot of us recently have been talking about starting to come together, starting to really bridge the gap between different styles of dance, and really like starting to want to understand each other. Because after I've talked to a handful of people, a lot of people have said that there's like misunderstanding and there's no communication. Actually, last episode said that there's no communication in Perth, and it's like
that's it.
we're all on different wavelengths. So I think for you to say that is good, because I feel like it aligns you with everyone else now, which I think is what we need.
For sure.
Getting the Krump involved.
Because that's what I wanted to ask. Did you feel like Krumpers the Krumpers wanted to get involved in all styles events, or wanted to come like jam or chill?
I think Shakes has been doing an event for 2 years. He hosts it at that high school in Success. He did that Freedom Academy anniversary thing.
Was that the one that I DJ'd at?
Yes.
Oh, in
And you
Emmanuel.
battled with Shadow.
In Emmanuel. Oh yeah, I went there. I went there after our competition. It was the same day as Junior Jam.
Yes, that was the same day as Junior Breaking Champs.
Alright.
I literally came straight after, and I entered there, and it was like majority Krumps. And I was like, shit. I didn't even make a top 16 of that. Sick. There's a bigger scene. Sorry.
That's actually I just want to say that's actually the first event I ever won in Perth. Like
You won? Man.
Righteous.
So hopefully it's onto more and
Got
more
you
and
more
more.
hungry?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah.
Dang.
So what did you want to say? Sorry.
I don't remember.
But that's what I'm trying to say, because I know I want to contribute to Perth dance. I guess you now want to do it as well. wants to do it, so
yeah,
let's link up.
yeah, that's it,
Sure, man.
for sure.
See
That's
how
gonna
we
be awesome.
see how we can serve everyone.
Yeah.
See how
and,
we can serve every style.
yeah. Also, I think people should leave comments of what they reckon, their opinion.
You have to turn it on, bro. You got to turn on the comments. on
Oh,
YouTube.
do I? Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't know. Oh, now I know. I'm just learning as I go.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, a lot of people wanted that to comment on stuff. So
Right.
yeah,
Okay.
you gotta turn it on.
Sorry, guys. I'll turn on the comments. Sick, yeah.
Yeah,
Let
for
us
sure.
know what you guys think as well about
About,
Krump going into All-Star World and Krump's World.
Do you have a vision for an event that you'd like to throw? Like, what would be your dream event? Do you have that in mind? Like, what would
Dream
happen?
event?
What would happen? Tell us.
Nothing I've really dreamed about.
Dang.
Maybe if I can like think of a concept like something like to change up the battle scene, like the old style battle scene, like to like throw a span in the works, like something different. If I can,
Concept battles.
yeah,
Hell
like
They're fun. They're interesting. They give people something to talk about.
I think when I started breaking, like my first year of breaking, I went to like a battle that Timmy Hugs hosted,
Yeah.
and it was a concept battle, and it was like, it was an 80s theme, and then every time there was a round, they would announce a concept, and it was like all styles. It was really interesting and fun.
Yeah, we had like that type of thing. Like I would announce. That was at Past the Buck, the last Past the Buck, West I hosted. I had an all styles like concept battle. I said a word like, I don't know, circles, and then they'll use circles in their round, and yeah, pretty much wasn't really judged the way they use that word, but just to make them dance different, make them think different in their round. Yeah,
Yeah, dude, that's so sick, man. I'd be so down to enter a concept battle.
yeah.
Like you remember when I battled you at YMCA?
Yeah, bro.
And we did the roll the dice.
Yeah, that was I like that.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
Yeah, so you had to roll the dice to choose
the music.
Choose the music.
Yeah.
We got 2 Crump tracks in a row.
Can you explain a bit more about that? I don't know what it is.
So there was, I think the event was called New Wave. Ahung organised that, and he had each round. It was like each battle there will be a dice roll, and each side will have a different style of music. Krump, like breaks, popping or funk, or stuff like that.
And it wasn't like a normal dice. It was like a big ass. One of those
sick.
like. It's like a dice that you'd find.
The big foamy one?
Yeah.
Cool as, and you got Krump both times.
Yeah, we battled
the dice throw. I just went and then just landed on. I didn't do like any
It
spinning.
didn't spin at all. It just went up and then down. It just floated.
Yeah, we went one round and then tied.
Tiebreaker.
Then
and
the
then-
tiebreaker was another Krump track.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Nah, dude.
Yeah.
I'm down with that. Hey.
Yeah.
That's fun.
That is fun.
Yeah. Dude, that's sick, man. I think if all the if everyone came together and did like a brainstorm on one huge event that could serve everyone, I think that'd be so tight, man. I'd be so down to like help organize an event with like you and Ahang, and like I think that would be like tight.
Yeah.
But maybe that would be in the works. Yeah.
Crew battles.
Cool, man.
Crew battles. That's what I want to do.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's the best event that you've actually been to?
Oh, best event.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I say there's a Crump event we have that's like Australia-wide. It's called Clash of the States, where each state
Oh, bro, no way.
gets together and it's pretty much
State?
Dude,
Crump
battles.
You did a state v state Crump battle?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sick. How was it, man?
Yeah, it was crazy. It was in Sydney 2018.
Yeah.
And well, Perth team, we had like Shakes, Tragic, Nadia, Hood, Pete, and Renee, she was crumping at the time.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's what we need to do, man. Set another
Stay battle.
Yeah, they had like all the states go pick one person from each, from one person from their team, one person from the state, and go head to head with one other state, and be like, most wins go through the next round. So the next round was the actual crew battles, like so.
How did it work?
So it'll be every dancer in that. It was like a 6-man team for each state, and so they had every dancer go against other states, and the most wins go through to the next round for the group battles.
So it's like a round robin into.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Right. So who did you guys choose to get in there?
It was everyone had a chance to battle. So
really?
Yeah.
So each individual battles once.
Yeah.
Battles.
Yeah. So because
how many battles is that?
That's a lot of rounds. They go for like 5 minutes.
It was like 1 minute, 45-second round, one round, and then judge it. 2 rounds we dance and then judge the sides. Yes.
Okay.
And I battled someone from Gold Coast.
Yeah.
Who was under Hood fam. He's
Really?
Junior Hood, J Hood, and he's like 16 right now, I think.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So that was a hectic battle. I ended up losing to.
Oh no.
I don't know. Baby Hood lost to Junior Hood, and Perth actually got knocked out that comp. We were bottom of the table, so we didn't make it through to the. We were actually tied 2 for 2 wins with Gold Coast, and they decided to just put Gold Coast through without any tiebreak or anything, and it was like, what the hell? They should at least one tiebreak round or something.
That didn't happen.
Yeah, the judges just decided, GC, you're through. It was not. It was so bad. But
Do you think you guys won, or you think it deserved like another round or something for a draw?
yeah, for a draw at least.
Yeah, bro.
A tiebreaker round. That year Melbourne took it out the top in the final, and then they also had a 7 to smoke Krump, all Krump. Hood was in that, and he smoked the whole lot. Seven in a row.
Is he the best in Australia or something?
He's top, right?
He's one of the best.
Just recently we had an online Oz Krump tournament, and he took it out.
Yeah. Nice. So I'm assuming Victoria or Melbourne's one of the stronger states.
Yeah.
You've got a big scene over there. Is that why Hood went there?
I say he went over there to guess there's more opportunities for him in dance to earn something from his craft, you know. But he's going on to bigger and better things over there, I guess. Yeah.
I gotta ask you, bro.
Yeah.
So you guys always have like a culture of hype, right? So every time one of your peoples is in the circle and they're doing something, you just hype them up.
Yeah.
Well, what if they're in the circle, you don't like them, you don't like what they're doing, and they suck ass? Are you still gonna hype them up?
We'll let you know. Like, if you're whack, it'll be silent, or we'll be like trying to say, like, what are you trying to say with your Krump? Like, are you putting anything out there at all? And like, we'll let you know. Like, it's you know, we'll tell you pretty much straight up.
Okay.
Because I don't know if I should tell this story, because one of our own,
just don't say his name, that's all.
Oh, okay.
And now you have to tell the story.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, he traveled out to LA, pretty much the mecca of Krump, and he traveled out there with Hood and Nadia, and he got destroyed out there. Like, he showed up the session, what he put out there, and they just tore him apart. Like they
Wow.
they
Why
battled
do you
him
think that?
because they weren't feeling it. Like what he was doing, he's just doing it for the sake of just moving. He wasn't. I think that's what they said. Like one of the OGs.
Fake or something.
Yeah, like
oh, you're putting on a fake vibe.
Like
right now.
yeah, you're just a copycat. You're not. You're only imitating us, but you're not one of us. And then yeah, one of the OGs out there,
Yeah.
Kid Beast. He battled him, called him out, and pretty much. Yeah, I think he ended up with his shirt torn up, and
Whoa!
yeah, he was pretty much in tatters, bro. And he got just
How did he feel after that? Like, what did he say about that?
That's just pretty much a learning experience. Like,
Don't fake it. 'cause you won't
don't
make
fake it till you make it, because people
They'll
will
catch
notice.
you.
Yeah,
They'll catch you.
Yeah.
Don't fake it till you make it. Yeah, dude.
But people, where is he now? You still here?
he lives here. Yeah,
Bit lesson learned. Is
yeah.
he killing it now? Is he like not taking it?
He's yeah.
Still dance?
He still dances with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what he's done with his crump right now is tight. He's gotten a lot stronger in his crump. Yeah, for sure.
Good man. You need
He's
them.
definitely grown from it.
Sometimes you get slapped in the face to wake up.
Because I think that's what I think a few people might have some tension with that, with the whole idea that you guys will hype anything up, even if it's like ass. So
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I feel that way sometimes actually. Like sometimes I'll see something that is like perhaps not deserving of that hype,
Yeah.
and sometimes I question myself like, why are these guys going off at this dance?
Yeah.
Or at this person dancing. So that's like I just want to say like that's the whole idea of hyping someone up.
It's to push
It
them.
might be it might be hard to understand though for some others
Yeah.
who don't understand Krump,
Yeah.
because perhaps they might see Krump, they might not like it, or they might not understand it, and then they might question, why are these dudes hyping him up? But then in reality, it's like, you guys understand what this guy's doing,
Yeah.
and
It's
you're giving him the support they need.
what we're giving them
Yeah.
through hype is just encouragement. We can see you're trying to push yourself, and then we want to just lift you up with the hype.
Right. So you're not going to do that with your family. If you're like, okay, he's not being real with himself right now, I'm not going to like kick shit out of him. I'm actually going to like encourage him to level up, to do his best. Or
Yeah.
you're supplying him some energy right now because they need it, right? Like, because to
Yeah.
get on that level, that buck.
That's it. Bro. We got those levels. We got Buck, Krump, Live. We want to get to that live point. That's the highest point. Like when you're live, your arms up here, and you're pretty much saying, "Yeah, it's going off right now."
So they're levels in the moment. So you can only reach those levels just in like the present moment, and like during the session. Like, whoa, man, you went live tonight, kind of thing. Like
Yeah,
you hit that
Like
level.
live like the Jimmy Fallon show.
Yeah. Bad jokes. Nah, that was good, man. That was a good joke. Is that how it works? Is that a thing, or
The
like
point.
just during that session? You're like, yo, we had a buck session.
I mean, yeah, we do say that. We like access the what do you say? Like the climax of a round is getting off. We call that when if you're getting off, you're using everything in Krump. You're using your foundation, your concepts, your character, your levels, and if you're doing all that and you're just pretty much going as hard as you can, and we notice that, we'll tell you, like, we'll be right there with you, getting off with you, dancing with you, and yes.
So they're the levels of your round. Like a level of your round, you're saying like, whoa, man, you just did a show level. Like you had everything in that.
Yeah.
Is that what?
Yeah, if you've got everything in your round, that's get off.
Yeah.
That's yeah, pretty much. Oh, that's actually kill off. If you've got everything, that's what it is.
Is that a rare thing to do? Like to like just have those rounds? Because is it quite a high level to get to that? Like,
I mean, yeah, to utilize everything in Krump, I mean, that's nuts to me.
Yeah. It's a very technical dance, is it?
Yeah, there's a lot to Krump. Yeah, and that's why a lot of people take it, but don't stick with it. They leave after a little while. And it's too much.
It's too hard.
Well,
that's what I say about breaking as well. It's like, yo, if it was easy, it'd be called soccer. Everyone would be doing it.
Yeah, I like
coach
soccer.
says that. My coach says that all the time.
Oh yeah.
I'm like doing a move and I'm like just doing drills like this sucks. He's like, if it was easy, it'd be called soccer. Oh yeah. Yeah, I get you, man.
Yeah.
There's difficult moves. For us, there's some difficult moves too. So that means you got to maintain that stuff and you got to practice more stuff, like practice all the new stuff. What's your training sessions like in the Krump world? Like you guys, is it normal for you guys to do 4 hours straight? Or do you have your group sessions and you have individual sessions? Like you just trying to polish up your stuff?
Yeah, well, well, Krump is intense. Like if we use a lot of
go 100%.
Yeah, we use a lot of power, so we can't go for too long, or you'll be feeling for a long while. We use a lot of like our core and stuff because we're here and we're pretty much trying to find our balance points from our feet to our upper body, and we do drill stuff, but if you can drill stuff, but in Krump you got to know.
Is it more of a freestyle?
Yeah, it is mainly freestyle, but the drills, like if you're drilling one arm swing, that like for 10 minutes or whatever, and then, well, how does that benefit your freestyle? You can't go into a round just freestyle for 10 minutes, I mean arm swing for 10 minutes. So you got to know how to use what you create in the lab. So what you create on your own, you got to piece, like you're building up, then using your material, then to the point of getting off, you know? Yeah. That makes sense.
To be able to use it,
Yeah, you got to know how.
That's same with us. But yeah, I mean, for to spin on your head, you have to do it a lot of times. You have to maintain it. Yeah. As well.
I mean, you can, do 10 minutes of arm swings. That'll probably...
Yeah, that'll fuck me up.
Yeah, mess up your shoulder and everything.
Absolutely.
But
you gotta do both sides.
Yeah.
Make sure you don't get one bulge up here. And you got a small arm, like a tennis player. Have you seen those arms?
Yeah.
So what's next for what's next for Scully / Babyhood / Stoneface?
Well, the Krumpers, I've organised a Krump Battle League, so that'll be coming up.
Congrats, man.
Yeah, it'll be coming up in a couple of weeks.
Congrats.
It'll be like how AFL got their league, they got the points and stuff. So
Ladder.
it'll be like after a few months or so, whoever's got the most wins in their battles and who ends up on top will take the first prize, I guess. So what I have was I put it on them. I'll put it on them to call out people.
Yep.
So in the chat, we have a CopKM chat.
Yep.
They can call out there, or when we have a session, they can call someone out. In the moment, like that. Yeah.
And
so
then everyone judges it?
Me, Shakes, and Tragic will be judging it. So
okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Man.
it'll be sick. I'll be doing I'm making a plaque, a perpetual with like the names, like the year, and like the winner of 2020 was this person, and 2021 this person.
Dope.
Yeah,
that's cool, man. People can
Excited.
remember as well, like
Dude.
building that history as well in the Perth scene.
Yeah.
That's right.
Sick, man.
Yeah.
That's
Cheers,
cool.
bro.
Well, where can people learn to crump? For everyone who actually wants to learn and seek this dance.
Come to the sessions, YMCA.
YMC sessions. What time is
Yes.
it? The crump session outside.
Crump sessions, 7 p.m. at the courtyard.
At the courtyard.
At the courtyard.
Bro.
And then at 8 p.m. we got call outs.
Bring layers, bro.
Yo man,
Chilling
okay,
out.
before we go, I don't mind, bro, thank you very much as well, but I don't mind actually having a battle with you guys in your world, in the crump world. Let's go, let's do it, man.
Yeah, man.
All
Bring
sure.
it on.
Bro, we're trying to battle in the courtyard.
Oh!
I would be done. You can count me out
Let's
of
go
me
raw
going
shit.
into the crumble world. I won't say that much. But if you guys are gonna battle in the courtyard, I'll see you there.
Okay,
Alright, we'll see you there, bro.
that's awesome, man.
Yeah,
I
sure.
think, yeah, guys, let us know your comments, what you think, how we should invite the crump into All-Star World and how we go, the All-Stars go into the crump world. Yeah, everyone's with their own
Ooh.
opinions. So,
Alright.
our last question is, who would you like to see next on the podcast?
Maybe Shakes. He's an OG in the Crumb world.
Shakes.
He's an OG in.
He's in Coburn.
Yeah, he's OG from New Zealand, so he's been in it for at least 15 years, I think.
Awesome.
So
Let's hook that up.
he's got a lot of.
Actually spoke to
info.
him on Wednesday about that too. About
yeah.
that. So to see him. Cool. Sick. Alright, Shakes.
Dude, take.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much.
Nah,
Sick
thank you
dude.
for having me.
Alright, and I think we're done.
Done.
Bye.